Oh boy, what's going on? I'm Alex. I'm on your screen. All right, we can hear the game again. So, Jason, what's up? 6 months? Hell yeah, you are the man. Jay is here. Skull is here. Sorry, I was a little delayed there. Hopefully y'all can hear me properly. I see it. Sound is going through. Hopefully it's not all fucked up. Windows decided today, out of all days, when I plugged in my PlayStation controller, that this was an audio device. Which I mean, it has a little speaker or whatever. I get that, but that's for PlayStations, not in Windows. Like, what? You would never use this as an audio device in Windows. Like, that's just not a thing that anybody has done ever. And it's never done that to me before. So, yeah, it took me a second to figure that out. I can finally hear the game now. I don't know how the volume levels are for you guys. The game seems really quiet to me. I don't know, but I'll check it later. My voice levels seem decent. But we're good to go. Skull, what's going on? Flyers is here too. Server should be up. You guys want to come slide? Oh, I didn't name it. I named it Slide Style instead of Alex. Let me do that because we always name it. Let me make a new one real quick. I always name it Alex on your screen, and I didn't do that this time because I'm not very bright. So let me do that real quick. We're going to create a room where we're going to name it like we used to. Boom. There we go. Now we're set. Jay says volume is good, don't touch it. That's what I like to hear. Hell yeah, that makes me feel better. See, this is why I'm glad y'all are here, man. Y'all take care of me. I changed my lighting arrangement a little bit, and the only thing that I noticed so far is I've got a little more shadow under here that makes my head look funny to me. I'll have to watch it back later and get used to it. But there's a little bit more shadow, like when I'm sitting, like my eyes. There's like shadow in my eyes. But that's because I moved them up a little bit more because changing my display setup here, they were like right in my peripherals. So like before, you know, there's like bright photography lights, so it's a little like, you know, the whole time anyway, you're kind of squinting. But they were like within my, like they previously, with my screen being here, they were at like this level. So they were like just on the edge of my peripheral, but with my screen now here, they were like right in my eyes. So I've adjusted, rotated, moved them up a little bit. Green screen still works. Honestly, the green screen works better than it did before. Like if I move my hands a little bit, you can see a little green. But no, the green screen part is great. Everything's great, but there's weird shadows on my face. So I'll tweak on it as we go. Yeah, exactly. It makes, because I've always got like a little stubble thing going on. Because if I use like so I don't do like a regular old school razor. The electric razor with like the 3 little things on it or whatever that kind of rubs on your face, those irritate the fuck out of my skin. So I use like a beard trimmer to do all of it, the whole thing. So that's why I've always got like the little thing. But yeah, it makes it look like I've got I'm gonna have to do something. I don't know what. Maybe well, this is a Jay question. Jay's my guy. I'll have to send you a picture. I'll have to put my like phone like up there and in the way up in the corner and give you like the overview because Jay, you know all this shit. Maybe I put this light because I've got 2 photography lights or whatever that are like 2 foot by 1.5 foot box light. Maybe I put one in the center, like in the middle for like illuminating green screen, and then I put this one over here lower but off to the side more to get this right. Because right now they're both on equal distance away from what I'm looking at and up and kind of doing this. Anyway, Flyer says his stuff decided to stop working for like an hour. I'm telling you, man, it's ridiculous. Computers are insane. Either way, let me catch it back up here. RC, what's going on, buddy? Kangaroo says, have you not gotten the news, my friend? We can't. I would love to, believe me, I would love to play CS2 with y'all, but Valve has decided that nobody's allowed to have any fun. The update to the game, the base game, is great, and I love it. I love the changes they made. A lot of people bitch about a lot of the stuff. I love it. The game itch, I fucking love the stuff. Because y'all know I love to bitch about video games, so don't think I'm bitching about the game. The game's fucking great. I love it. It's so much fun. It looks good. It feels good. It plays good. It is good. And they have been pumping out updates like every day, so they're working their ass off. However, the decisions made by the development team piss me off. Now, there's no custom, and I knew all of the workshop content was going to go away because it's a new game engine and everything like that. I knew that was going to happen, but I didn't expect them to take away like gun game and all of the like wingman maps and all. Like, I didn't expect all of that shit to go away. So yeah, all of the stuff that we did on stream, that we played together and had fun just screwing around with the game, it's not there. We literally can't do it. So it's very frustrating. And because of the new ranking system and stuff, it would be difficult for us to play competitive games. And I've talked about it on Discord before. Like, no offense, I love you guys, but I'm like the only one in our community that really like takes Counter-Strike seriously. So like when I play competitive games, like there's a certain expectation as to what I want to fucking go down, and that's just not. I mean, we have a really varied ping between us all, and the skill levels are varied, and it's not good. So CS is pretty much out for right now, streaming wise, which is really, really unfortunate. Well, yeah, and then Skull's right. I just saw Jay's message, and we're going to talk about that. That's good. So let me finish this thought, because boy, Skull is exactly right. Anonymous is like, that's the other problem. So I'm like here, and I, hardcore take the shit serious or whatever, but I'm also not that good. Anonymous is like here. Then you got like Firehawk and Mecha and these other people I play with are like way up. Like I feel so useless playing with them. So it's yeah. Well, and then like RC and Wayne bring over those skills from other games, but then whereas I have like at this point years of experience of the maps and the utility lineups and the economy and just I've got the game sense. I've got a feel for the game. My mechanical skills, my aim is horrible and whatever, but I know the game, and like my calls and stuff I feel like are really good. So it's just our community is not a good blend right now for us to play competitive Counter-Strike. That's why we play for fun, and because of the update we can't play for fun, and it sucks. I hate it, because I love fucking around and playing with y'all, having fun. Y'all didn't look at the map, did you? The fuck is that? But anyway, Jay, everybody stop. Look, I'm even gonna take the game off the screen. Everybody stop what the fuck you're doing. I'm even gonna, well, no, I'll leave this. Stop everything. Jay graduated from college? What? Bro, tell me all about it. How is it everything? How is it? Because I haven't heard, because we've been on different, I haven't been streaming, timing schedules have been weird, and I know obviously you've had stuff going on. We haven't got to link up and talk a whole lot. My man, tell me, what's the haps? What college? He was Full Sail, unless you switched or something like that. But he was Full Sail University in Florida. I know that, because he was cool with the peeps that used to do production for NXT. And unless something's changed, as far as I know, they brought that in-house. I think WWE did. No jobs, no editing, no production. I'll see if I can help with as far as it's not going to be anytime in the immediate future, but months ahead of time because I'm still making all my connections with all the racing stuff. But there's a lot of shit going on down south because we do everything in my like the Mid-Atlantic area, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. This area is late model stock car is the general racing division. That's like the pro scene around here. That's not like cup level NASCAR. But in Florida, South Georgia, uh, the real southern down south area, deep south area down there is all super late models. Rail late. They're basically like full body modifieds. But there's a lot going on down there that the company that I work with in production for the KoS Tour, they have a deal with a lot of racetracks down there. And I'm starting to meet a bunch of people that work higher up in the company and stuff. So if I find out that they're looking for people, I got you, bruh. See, Jay, dude, that sucks. He says even the people in like career services or whatever at the school were just like, we've got nothing. And also, I know it's hard right now because there's a lot of strikes and things. I haven't been keeping up with it, but I know there's strikes and things going on in like I know that's like in Hollywood, like really high level stuff, but that's going to bring its way down to even low level like TV productions and local news even. It's gonna hurt people. And it's unfortunate that you've graduated and even the career services at Full Sail is just like, we've got nothing. All right, let me go back to my. But yeah, that sucks. But he says I'll move. I mean, I don't have anything going on up here that's sustainable as far as living. I mean, full transparency, to do camera work for the races that I do is like, it's flat rate, same for everybody. It's $300 a race. So, I mean, I'm not like raking in shitloads of money. I have some stuff that I'm grinding on and getting prepped for next season where hopefully I will be, me and Charlie our lives will become a lot more relaxed. Thank God. If that stuff works out, it's not necessary, but still it's not enough to live off of, it's a tight, there's not a lot of money in racing as it. Why do I do this to myself? I get involved like pro wrestling and racing. There's no money in either of these things. Yeah, that's another thing is because that would be a good sweet spot for you, Jay, is editing stuff for YouTubers and stuff like that. But I mean, I feel like you're kind of like me. You really enjoy the on site, you like the camera work, right? Like you like being on set or like on location, right? You ain't bringing nothing down, man. We're chilling. I'm so excited you graduated school. I'm sorry that there's no opportunities out there, but that's fucking having a degree like that, man. It opens so many fucking doors. Because before you were like looking for jobs, like, well, I'm in school right now, but I have this experience. I can do these things. But having that degree is like, that's a huge step up, man. Yeah, people want. Yeah, see, that's the other thing too. That's like a problem that's always been an issue in programming, is people are like I saw, it's a joke, like a meme post or whatever, but there was a job listing that it said that they wanted somebody with 6 years of the programming language Swift. They were like, we want a developer with 6 years of Swift experience. And the guy that made the post is like, I'm the one that created Swift and it's 3 years old. So it's like he has all the experience because it's his language and he only wrote it 3 years ago, but the company wanted 6 years of experience for the job. So they turned him down. But that's like that's always been a thing with software is people like they want all this experience. A, they're not willing to pay for it. And, B, a lot of it's unrealistic. On the main track, waifu, there's like 8 different holes that you can like drive through to get over here. So where this big propeller plane is, there's a big hole right there you can get through. There's a little hole right there you can squeeze through if you've got a Miata. There's a pretty sizable hole right here that I usually use to drive through. You can also squeeze through that gap. You could squeeze through that gap with a small car. But yeah, just the big, huge gaping hole here by the propeller plane is pretty much your ticket. You can also come down past there's right here too. I mean, there's a fucking forklift, like a forklift. Like a backhoe could fit through here. Front end loader is the word I was looking for, not forklift. Front end loader could fit through there. And then you come around. That's pretty much it. That for quick ways to get to us. Jay, it said cuntless. There's plenty of cuntless YouTube videos. But no, you're so right about that too, is all of the tutorials and everything. I wouldn't say it makes a degree useless. Oh, cuntless. I definitely wouldn't say it makes the degree useless. One thing, because I always said that about my software development degree, is I always said it was useless because it's all about your technical ability. It doesn't matter what you did at school. It's do you have the know-how? But my first major job that I had in programming, because I got it as an internship while I was still in school, and I was telling them, I was like, I can't afford this shit. I'm just going to drop out. Fuck it. Like, y'all know I can do my shit. And they were like, no. They were like, we're working with you, schedule-wise to make sure you finish school. But they were like, it's not the point. They were like, the biggest part of it to us is you started something. And, using your skills and everything like that, but you started this, you need to see it through. Don't quit on it just because it might be, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, it might not be the most convenient thing to you at the moment, but like, they were like, we want to see you put in that effort and cross the finish line. So I think that's a big part of having the degree is, yeah, anybody could possibly get the same training that you got at school, but you did it in a structured environment. You had to sacrifice time and effort, and you had to give up on doing other things that you maybe would want to be doing because you had to go to school, you had to be in class, you had to get the assignments done. It shows that level of dedication. So I really do think that having the degree is a big step forward. Now, I'm not going to say that goes for everything. It counts for us. As me in software development, you in production, camera work, stuff like that. Like, it works for a job like that, a skills-based job like that. But of course, obviously, if you want to be a vet or a doctor or a dentist or something like that, obviously you have to go to school. But for our stuff, it's definitely a lot more nuanced than that. YouTuber never even posted. Yeah, see, that kind of shit. And I mean, that's kind of one of those things that you're going to learn from experience over time. And I mean, me and you are this. I mean, you're older than I am, so I can't give you like that old man experience. Like if I was talking to some of our other friends here, which I see you guys in the chat. I'll scroll back up. But like, I'm starting to find out with this racing stuff. I mean, we've talked about it a lot on and off stream. How hot-headed and stuff I used to be years ago, and it's just a product of being 20. But I'm getting a lot better about like spotting red flags in like business opportunities as far as like all this streaming and racing stuff goes, because I've been getting a ton of offers for a whole bunch of shit since I started doing this, but there's a lot of people that aren't looking to pay, or they say you'll get to do all this stuff, but then you get there and that's not what it is. They just wanted somebody to like set up a camera or whatever, and they'll pay you $50, and it's like, no, that's not what we're here for. So I'm navigating those waters of finding those red flags within the racing broadcast community. At least I know it's completely different for every other different form of media, but that's just one of those things that you've got to be real defensive about. And it's tough because like right now, like you said, you got no prospects right now and it fucking blows. So a job comes up and you're like, hell yeah, I'll take it. and you put in all this work and effort, and then the motherfucker doesn't even post it? Fuck that, man. Oh, that's so frustrating. All right, let me scroll back to what everybody was talking about. I see Wayne's up here talking shit. Wayne says, why are we doing this event? We already know who the king of slide style is. Nah, we know who the champion of slide style season is. We know who the most consistent is, but we don't know who the king is. We got to find out who the king is. And the pit of doom right here is going to help us decide. Look at that warning. Horses keep left. The pit of doom, full of murder horses. All right, Jay said he's going to be on lurk mode. Hey, no worries, man. But yeah, I'll message you later on. But because I'm going to see, I'm still, I don't want to tell you anything, get your hopes up or whatever, but I'm going to be in Pensacola in December. I'm 90% certain on that right now. So if I find out that they are looking for people for that, it's a week-long thing. If they're looking for people, your name's gonna be first in the hat. I mean, number one, because you know how to do the work, but number two, you're literally in Florida, so it'd be a little bit of a drive, but you're there. It's a hell of a lot shorter of a drive than I've got to fucking. I'm not driving down there. I'm gonna fly down there, which sucks, but. Xy's here. What's up? Says my livery isn't showing because I'm chat banned on Xbox. Why was that? Why would that make your livery not show? I'm guessing this is yours right here. Why? Well, first of all, why are you chat banned on Xbox? But why? A theory up in the server. Hell yeah. New Skulls machine. Flyers over here. Little teabag mafia ride. See, this is why I don't this is why I don't talk to people. I don't know how many times I can tell. It's been, how long have we been streaming? We've been streaming 2 years. I've been telling y'all, mute it. Mute all. The first thing you do when you load up a game, just mute every form of chat that could possibly show up on your screen. That's just mute all of it. It is never going to bring you more positive experiences than negative, ever. So you will enjoy every game more without it. Guaranteed. Skull found out there's a thing in Florida where you can drive a tank. Like a tank? Says you can ride in it. Oh, with a lot of money you can drive it. Well, I imagine driving a tank is a lot like driving not similar to driving a helicopter, but it's difficult as driving a helicopter. It's not like, because like to drive a car, once you know how to drive one car, you can drive any car. Now, of course, driving like a Lamborghini is going to come with different challenges than driving a Honda Civic, but the steering wheel, the gas pedal, you can drive it. You don't just, a tank doesn't have a turn signal. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like driving a tank is a fucking pain in the ass. I mean, I imagine there can be a tank that has like a steering wheel and a gas pedal and everything like that. It's. Because I know, like, with boats, obviously your boat, you have your, like, throttle lever, which also controls the transmission, which realistically is forward, neutral, and reverse. But obviously not rocket science to drive, but there's just little things that go, it's same as driving a car. There's little things that go into driving a boat. I'm better at driving a boat than I am a car. And I've been doing it for longer. But then you get in something like a jet boat, and not even like a racing one. Like they used to make, like, well, I mean, you can get one from Sea-Doo now. It's just a little boat, but it's like a jet ski instead of a standard propeller boat. And those, a lot of those have gas pedals, which is kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of weird. Where you like sit in the boat like with a gas pedal, and it's just kind of different. But yeah, I imagine there's tanks with a steering wheel and gas pedal and brake pedal. Slide style drift boat. Have y'all ever seen, well, I mean, this course kind of reminds me of it. Have y'all ever seen that fucking jet boat racing shit where it's like there's an area like this cut into like there's a big field, and or like it's near a pond or whatever, but like next to the river, but it's like a flat area like this, and they cut stuff like what you see here. Like they cut areas out, and then they draw on a map, and like this is the racetrack, kind of like rally racing, and you have a passenger in your boat they've got the map, so they're telling the driver, like in rally, they tell you left 6, over crest, right this, whatever. And obviously in the jet boat, you don't have fucking time, so they just, like, they're giving you hand signals, like, go left, go right, go straight, go right. Dude, that shit is badass to watch. Jay, it gets on my damn nerves, man. We were talking about it in Discord the other day, the laziness with the texturing on the shipping containers, because look at this shit. Look at this right here. They have the proper top texture or whatever to put on it. Like they have a roof texture to go for the shipping containers. So why the hell didn't they use it on any of these? Well, look, they used it on this one. So they used it on this one, but they didn't use it on the, like I can understand maybe the original, like the mobile version didn't have a drone camera, so you could never get up this high. I understand that, but like, hell, come on, man, just go put the texture on it. Pilot, what's going on? Search up Alex on the US servers. Come slide. Jay, I was going to say, they need to fix a hell of a lot more than textures. The first damn thing that they need to do is get you in the game. That's number one. They need to stop everything that they're doing and fix Jay's game is what the fuck they need to do. It doesn't make any damn sense. Oh, the pit of doom. No, he made it. He survived. The only thing I'm thinking about changing for this line for the start is what if we start in the hangar next to this little barrel right here? That's the only thing I've been thinking of possibly changing, because then all of our parking and staging and shit can be in there. Because the line would essentially be the same. It extends the radius of the first drift, and I'm just not sure if we want to do that or not. Pilot says he's doing good. Man, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Getting a little slide style practice action in here for our King of Slide Style tournament coming up on Friday the 13th of this month. Wayne, come over here real quick. Do the start with me over here. So, like, using that little barrel, I'll be Chase. So the lead would line up. Yeah, exactly like that. So let's see how this looks. No, it's not going to work. It works better the other way because we're not... Because you pretty much have to be on angle from the time you leave. Or at least the way I drive. You've got to kick into it like right here so you don't get that like... Yeah, it's better the other way. Cody said he got a new slide style car. Hell yeah. Where is it at? There's Cruise in the Cruise machine. Waifu got the hookup right here on this thing. Hit of Doom almost got me. I am lagging balls, man. I mean, like, my frame rate's good, so it's definitely network lag. Ah, there's Pilot. Got the Rockstar machine hooked up, looking good. What's Coyote rocking back here? Got the old Beamer hooked up. Check this ride out, boy. Hell yeah. And he's still got the badass windshield banner on. I love it. I love it. Oh, so that's like a real life thing right there. Barmy, okay. Does roll cages and shit? Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. All right, Flowers, I got you, buddy. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, Art, I'm coming. I'm horrible on starts, man. I feel bad for y'all when you have to chase me. That was... Did you see me go into the ground? This map is so weird sometimes. Good stuff. Pilot, nope, all of our stuff is 110, so search up, or if you do !slide style, it'll take you to the official slide style Discord. You can find out what all of our stuff's about. Yeah, here, I'll lead you one, Skull. Or chase you one, I meant, sorry. You knew what the hell I was saying. Damn, you hit the wall, I still can't catch up to you. And I overcooked that. But yeah, !slide style will take you over to the official slide style Discord where you can find out everything about putting together a slide style machine and what our events are all about. Of course, the regular season for slide style is over, so we're getting prepped for our last event. It's running this line. It's called the King of Slide Style Tournament. It's invite only, winner take all bracket for the top 12 or the highest 12 in points that can make the event. So we've already had a few people let us know that they cannot participate. So we will be just heading down the point standings for drivers that can participate in the event. But of course, all of our most of our practices are open to anybody to just join in, slide around, and have some fun. I gotta get the music playing back here in a minute. So we always hang out, chill, listen to some music. But all of the information and rule updates and everything like that for next season will be coming within the next few months. We'll be sure to get that all set up. So definitely jump on the Discord. Make sure you've got all of that information for next year. In theory, getting after it over here, boy. P-Dub, what's going on, buddy? Woo, got in a little tight on that corner. All the way out to the pit of doom. See, yeah, y'all are getting sucked down in the ground like I am right there, too. I wonder why. Because you can't visually see any, like, gaps or anything. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Coyote, that's just part of it, man. That's part of what we do. As you saw right there, the lead car was dangerously close on the, well, I'm pretty sure that's you anyway, isn't it? Super, super close, but the chase car was able to anticipate and stay in the pocket and not be affected by that at all. So yeah, it's theoretically possible, but as you see, Flyers right there did a crazy good job of staying in keeping his proximity, staying on angle, and not being affected by that. So it really comes down to how slide style is 95% focused on the chase driver. The lead driver can pretty much just do whatever the hell they want, and it's really on your chase run. It is really where the focus comes down to. I think it's more difficult, honestly. I think it increases the difficulty level of tandem drifting in a sense that because of there's no zones or anything like that, not only does the chase driver have to drive their car, like drifting is not easy as it is, you know, they have to drive their car, maintain proximity, and try to read someone's mind. Like it's a lot, man. It's a lot going on, but it definitely makes for a hell of a fun time. But and all of it, at the end of the day, all of it comes down to the fan voting. So if it looks like a lead driver is trying to chop the nose off the chase car, people could vote against that. You know, they'll say, oh, well, maybe that person did do better, but they were trying to wreck the other guy, so I'm going to vote for the other guy. Like, it's that could be a part of it as well. So it's all of those variables that you have to take into account that, you know, during a more traditional drifting event, you don't have to think or worry about that stuff. And it is part of the ecosystem of slide style and how it works, you know? that the Yakuza machine that I see over there? Hell yeah. All the peeps up in the server tonight. Let's get the tunes back rolling again here. Make sure that all's doing what it's supposed to be. Oh, right. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. Bit by a bunch of fire ants. Holy shit. Damu, what's going on, bro? I haven't seen your name in forever. How have you been, buddy? He said, you got an event called King of Slide Style. King Damu needs to be up in here. I was saying, P-Dub, when are you getting in here? I'm doing all right, man. Chilling, doing my thing. Been working on stuff, man. Grinding on shit. Hopefully gonna have new graphic stuff, overlays, and all of that for the stream here soon. I've been working on that. Got this slide style event coming up. Got a lot of stuff I've been working on with the real life racing stuff. It's been a good deal. Is y'all shit as laggy as mine is, or is it just mine? Because, like, I've got good frames. Like, I'm rocking 140 frames and shit, like, the whole time. But it looks like it's 30 frames watching it. Like, it's... Like, looking down at the stream preview down here, that looks smoother than what I'm actually seeing on my game screen. Like, it's just dragging. All right, Flyers has got school stuff. Handle that business. We'll see you next time, buddy. Have a good one. I'll see you. It'll be next week because I'm gonna be at the racetrack tomorrow night. That's why we're doing practice tonight. I'll be at the racetrack tomorrow, so we'll do a little bit more sliding next week. I'll be back. I should be able to stream every night next week. What are we clipping, Wayne? I didn't see anything. Did somebody get Pit of Doomed? Just to get our new friend pilot up to speed on how we start our runs. I know this is a really kind of wonky looking line in general. It's a modified version of a line we ran last season. That's why we're doing it for this like unofficial. Well, I mean, it is an official event, but it's not a points paying event. This is a post-season fun event for prizes. But that's just a really wonky, weird line. It's just kind of for fun, you know. But how we do our starting procedure is and you can look at this in the regulations document on the Slide Style Discord as well, but the lead and chase car start off staggered, so the chase car is one car length ahead of the lead car. The chase car is going to roll forward first, and then once they begin moving forward, the lead car overtakes, and they start into the first turn together. On this course, the lead is always on the outside of the first turn. So on this track, the first turn goes to the left, so the lead car is going to be on the right side. So the start is going to be set up. If we go right here, the start is going to be set up like this. So this is the starting setup. So like if we watch Akuza and Wayne here, well, All right, never mind. We got Wayne and Skull. So we watch these guys. So they're lined up. Wayne starts moving. Skull's going to take over on the outside. And boom, they hit the first turn together, just like that. So it's definitely a little bit different, but it's we've been using it all of this season, and it's been perfect all year long. We've been developing it over the course of 2 years. I mean, obviously in my opinion, but it's proven itself to be the best way to start a tandem line and have both drivers go into the first turn with momentum and speed and, you know, door to door together. I mean, just like you see right here, it's perfect every time. So that's why we do it the way we do it. Pilot says he's having trouble getting better grip on the rear wheels. Did you get your car? Did you look at the specs for slide style? Is your car technically up to our rules? There's not a lot because it's all, you know, we're obviously more aimed at fun than, you know, serious hardcore drifting competition. As you can see by the track that includes the Pit of Doom right here. So obviously we're not hardcore serious about technical things, but once you get your car on our specs, sure, we can try to find some little ways to get you a little bit more rear grip hooked up. Look at that right there. That's what I'm talking about with these starts, man. It makes it perfect every single time. Just make sure when you're in the chase position, after you start rolling forward, you don't get on the brakes. It's the biggest mistake we've seen a few people make is, for whatever reason, they're like, oh, I have to let the lead car go by me, so they touch the brakes. Now the lead car is gone. There's no, you know, like they've gapped you by 10 car lengths, and you're never going to catch them. So it is up to, now, obviously, you have to give the lead car the opportunity to pass you, so you can't just floor it. But as you'll see here, they start moving forward, they build up their momentum kind of together, and it flows really well. And of course, a lot of these guys have been driving together for years at this point. So there's just a natural flow to it that comes over time. I got to, the reason I wasn't streaming last night is I got to go do an event at Langley Speedway that they do on Wednesday nights it's Wacky Wednesdays, but they do what they call, what's called spectator drags, which is people can basically bring their personal car. Like I could have run my car if I wanted to, $15, I could have run my car. And they have a season championship. It's very similar setup to slide style is how they operate their league. But they had their King of the Hill event was this Wednesday or last night. And it was really cool because it's set up exactly like our King of Slide Style event. Everybody that, you know, showed up they were random drawn on random seeds for their pairings, and then they went. Now, of course, they had a lot more time on their hands. They did they had a losers bracket set up as well, and I'm not going through all that. Of course, we have our redemption round in the second round, which kind of works similar to that. But, you know, we don't do it. We don't end up with two whole separate brackets that merge back into one. That's a lot. But it was kind of cool to see an event run in person the same way that we do our events. It was really cool to see that it would be very possible for us to run a real life slide style. I mean, obviously it's possible to do because you know, we watch drifting events all the time, you know, in real life, but to literally do slide style in the sense of, you know, have the track with no clipping zones or anything like that, and it being I don't know how the fan voting thing would happen real life, I guess you'd have to have like a phone app or something that everybody logs into. Maybe they could like scan a QR code on their ticket stub, and then that takes them, you know, that puts them in the app and they can vote for the runs. But yeah, it definitely, it worked just as smooth in real life as it does for us, for our event. So, oh, they do fan voting for freestyle and Monster Jam? I didn't know that. I haven't paid any attention to Monster Jam stuff in years. They added too much shit to it. There's too many there. They've got fucking high jump contests and wheelie contests, which is all cool, but like, it used to be they came out, they did racing, and then after racing, they went out there and did freestyle, tore all this shit up, packed up, and went home, you know? And they quit having it on TV. They only do highlight events. And I think the World Finals are live. But they quit having live events on TV. You get like a condensed package where the entire event is broken down into an hour, you know? If you need to handle it, Wayne, handle it. Yeah, I do know. I know they do a lot. I mean, it's very similar to drag racing as far as all of their like the pits are open as far as I understand, for fans to walk through and see the trucks and get driver autographs and all that, you know, before the race. Because like NASCAR, you have to have pit passes and shit. You know, it's not open. But if you go to like an NHRA drag event, they're rebuilding the fucking dragster engines like they do right the fuck in front of you. Like the piston man is right here. The clutch guy is right here. Like you could reach out and touch him if you wanted to. Don't do that, but you could. You know, like it's the coolest thing in the whole world. Like, and I'm pretty sure Monster Jam events are set up like that as well. I could be wrong, but if I remember right, they're very, very fan-centered. I've always kind of secretly wished that it was like wrestling. Because they all spend so much money and they work so hard on what they do. And then in freestyle, they just go out there and fucking tear the trucks apart. I mean, a set of shocks for a monster truck is got to be $20,000, $30,000. Like, it's got to be an insane amount of money. And they blow all their shocks out pretty much on every fucking freestyle run. So, like, they're literally just going out there and destroying the trucks every event. So I've always kind of wished it was, like, set up like wrestling where maybe not like the promoter of the event says who's going to win the race or something like that, but maybe let's say it's like, you know, Monster Mutt and Avenger, and they, you know, they're paired up next or whatever, and they get together and it's like, you know what, you've got a couple wins. I got a couple wins last event. Why don't, you know, I'll let you get this one, you know, and it's just kind of, they go out there and they put on a show, but they kind of spread the wealth as far as who gets to be spotlighted, you know, during racing, and then they go out and freestyle and just tear their shit up. But I've always hoped that that's how it works. And then maybe, you know, two guys get together and they're like, hey, man, let's go out there and fucking throw it down for real. Let's see who the better driver. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's like that, and then other times they are really out there getting after it. Yeah, Wayne, take care of that. Pretty please. Stupid. Y'all hit that vote, please. Thank you. Well, yeah, but it's not just Shock Skull. You got to think, I mean, how expensive all of the stuff is for monster trucks. And of course, it all has to be custom fabricated. You can't go to the monster truck store. It's all custom fabricated and all of those parts. And now, how do you ship a monster truck? It doesn't fit on a trailer. So you basically have to take it apart to put it in a trailer. So I mean, like, obviously the main chassis probably fits, but the wheels aren't going to be on it. So you've got to take the wheels and the axles off and everything like that to get it in the trailer. So now imagine hauling all of that shit. So just the expenses and how many people it takes, because like a NASCAR team takes a pretty decent number of people to get the job done. Think about how many fucking people it takes for a monster truck team, you know? Like, yeah, the tires are insane, the wheels are insane, the wheel hubs are fucking nuts, the brake systems are crazy, the transmissions are, like, just everything involved in a monster truck is mind-blowing. It's amazing. They're very much like Top Fuel Dragsters. As far as the level of technology and engineering that goes into them, they're fucking unbelievable. So it's tough to imagine them being able to make a lot of money. But it's the same thing with NASCAR. Like, you don't really make enough money off of event prizes. Like, let's say you win a race. Now, the Daytona 500 is one thing, but let's say you win, like, the fall Richmond race. Like, okay, you maybe make enough money there to pay for everything and everybody. You've broken even. Nobody's making any money. You know, you're not drawing a profit. You're not improving your R&D for the team. You're not able to do, you know, if something breaks on one of your haulers, do you have the money to repair it? So all of that money comes from your marketing and sponsorship deals and merch and stuff like that. That's where all that money comes in. And I mean, Monster Jam is really popular, but it's not nearly as popular as like NASCAR. So it's just, it's gotta be tough. Like, I wonder what their overall financial situation is. You know, I've never really thought about that. Yeah, that's true about the merch. I bet it is expensive too. P-Dub says, what do I think of his car? Where is his car? Oh, shit. Hell yeah, look at that. King of Slide style right on the bay. He's coming for it. He wants the title. That's badass, dude. I like these wheels. Why have were these part of like that last update they did? I've never seen these before. Those wheels are fucking clean. What, do you not like them, Wayne? Oh, are you talking about the sticker on the back window? That's what he's talking. Well, you've got these on yours too? Malte doesn't have them. He's got the wheels he's always run. Skull's got the same one. I'm pretty sure the same ones that I've got on my car. Kuza's got these ones. Oh, Wayne doesn't have these. Oh, you mean he just stole them? Like he took them off your car? He physically removed them from your car and painted them and put them on his car. Did I ever do cameras for this track? Yeah, I did. Hell yeah. Okay. Wait. Skull said, what's my favorite NASCAR team? My favorite driver is right now, if I had to pick a guy that I'm like rooting for that I follow, is Justin Haley. So growing up when I was little, like when I was little, I was Jeff Gordon. Oh, why does it put me in? Might have to add a camera for the staging area. So when I was little, I was a Jeff Gordon fan. So Rainbow Warriors all day. I had all the stuff. Then he switched over to the fire car, which was kind of cool. But then about 2006, I was getting tired of his shit. And complaining. I mean the straw that broke the camel's back was he got pushed to win a Talladega race. They were bump drafting. He got pushed into the lead and shoved all the way to the checkered flag to win a Talladega race and stood in victory lane bitching about bump drafting. I was like, yeah, I'm done. So yeah, these cameras are fucked. I've got to fix them. But so yeah, after that, and that's when I started looking for somebody. So, and of course, 2006 was a pretty breakout year for Carl Edwards, and I really liked his energy and the way that just his driving style and the way that he was. So I was a huge Carl Edwards fan from that point until he retired. So and after Carl Edwards, I really didn't pay much attention to anybody. There's a bunch of guys that I looked out for, I liked them, but I've never had like a driver. And then in 2018, in the Daytona Xfinity or Nationwide or whatever the fuck, the Busch Series race, Justin Haley had the win. I mean, he drove his ass off all race. He made an awesome move, coming off the last corner on the last lap. They got ready to wreck in front of him. He made the move, got to the inside, got to the start finish line first, won the race, and they fucking took it from him. And said that he made a pass below the yellow line or whatever. And they have, how the NFL is with pass interference? There is no rule. It's whatever the fuck the ref decides he wants to do that day. There are no rules for pass interference in the NFL. It's the ref just makes the shit up game by game. It's ridiculous. There are rules in the rule book, but they don't follow them. NASCAR has a very specific section in their yellow line rule for super speedways that dictates what a driver is to do if they are forced below the yellow line or whatever. And like I said, these guys were wrecking in front of him. Like they were doing like this, and he almost got nosed into by one of them like this. So he moves down, keeps his momentum, and drives by him. And yeah, they said that he made a move below the yellow line to pass. It's like, okay, so he dumps the motherfuckers coming to the start finish line, and we get a situation like what eventually happened to Ryan Newman or Carl Edwards. I mean, what the fuck do they want? So I've been a fan of his ever since because I wanted to see him come back and get revenge. And I believe in 2021 he did, which is fucking awesome. And I was super stoked about that. And then he got a ride in the Cup Series with Colleague Racing. And y'all know 31 is my number. And he's driving the 31 car. So I was like, all right, Justin Haley's going to be my boy. And the same thing as Carl Edwards. I like his attitude. I like the way he thinks, the way he carries himself as a driver. So yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of his. So if I had to have a guy right now, it would be him. Skull says he's a Keselowski guy. He's grown on me over the years. I'm not a huge fan of his. Now, I'll tell you one thing. I motherfucking hate Joey Logano. I have always hated Joey Logano. I will, because I used to hate Kyle Busch, but after his accident where he broke his legs and he started his own truck team and all that kind of stuff, and he had kids, I fucking love Kyle Busch now. Like, he is completely changed as a person and as a driver. And just, I really, really enjoy him now. But I have, from the time he first got into the Cup Series all the way up until literally right now, I cannot fucking stand Joey Logano. He gets on my goddamn nerves so much. I hate him on commentary. I hate everything about this son of a bitch. I don't like him. I do, yeah. Their paint schemes are sick. The designers of their cars usually do a pretty good job. They've had a weird set of circumstances to work with the past few years with them moving the numbers around and stuff like that. Yeah, Brad Keselowski's all right. Honestly, I like him better doing commentary than in a race car. He does an incredible job in the booth with them when he joins as like a guest or whatever. He's really good. Because that's another thing that I don't like about Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon is terrible in the booth. I love Dale Earnhardt Jr. to death. Love the guy. I think he's great. I think he's a huge part of the sport. I love hearing what he thinks. Like, his opinion matters to me. Like, a lot of drivers, I don't give a shit about their opinion, but Dale Jr. is one of those guys that, like, when he talks, I listen. You know what I mean? I don't like him on commentary either. I mean, I love Junior, so I love listening to him. But as far as the talent pool that is currently available, I don't see him being above a lot of the people that are not in the position that they should be in. Oh, hey, absolutely. That's a great way to put it, Skull. He's very pretentious. Like, he hasn't done shit. I mean, I mean, he won the championship, but that's with the new point system. He hasn't. I don't count anybody that's won a championship under the playoff system as. I mean, I know that's the only system there is, so it's hard to really argue with it. But it's just, that's not racing. That's not what it's about. So I can't really say, oh, he's a NASCAR champion, because is he really? You know? And I know a lot of the drivers think that too. So it's not like I'm just being like I'm just being a hater, because obviously he has driving talent. They wouldn't be in the Cup Series if there weren't. There's only a few drivers that are in the Cup Series and don't have the talent to be there. And the biggest one that comes to mind is Ty Dillon. I think he is not only a humongous piece of shit on the track, I think he's a huge piece of shit off the track too. You put that on the record. You can tell him I said that. And tell him when he eventually does stop using his granddaddy's money and has to go back to late model racing, if he goes to the KoS Tour, tell him to come on down to South Boston and talk to me about it. I think he fucking sucks. But anyway, I think Ty Gibbs should have run in the lower series a little bit longer. Same thing. Granddaddy's money. And I don't think Danica Patrick should have ever been in the Cup Series at all. But generally, most of the drivers that make it to that level are usually... It's not like they shouldn't be there. I mean, there's drivers that I like, drivers that I don't like, but I'm not going to sit here and say that Joey Logano is not a good race car driver. He's a decent race car driver, you know? No, Coyote, does it even have a title sponsor? The Cup Series is like the main one. That's the big one. The Xfinity Series is like the AHL or AA baseball. And then there's the Truck Series also, which used to be the third level, but is kind of really even with the secondary series now. So they're both like feeder series into the Cup Series. And below that, you have, because NASCAR bought out ARCA, and it is kind of unofficially merged with what was used to be called the K&N series. There still is a K&N series, but it's just a weird ecosystem right now. But that's like the third-ish level of the sport. And then below that is where I'm at with weekly level series and the like touring late model stock car tours and stuff like that. That's kind of the fifth level down. So that's where the stuff that I work with is. Like the next step up, the commentators for the KoS Tour, they have recently had a few opportunities to do commentary for ARCA races that were televised, like on Fox Sports 1. So it's kind of cool, but that's like the next step up is into that area. Theory says he can't stand Jeff Burton on commentary. Yeah, the Burtons are very and I don't mean this in a bad way, just they're bland. They're not entertaining people. They were entertaining behind the wheel. You know, they're great. That's a great driving family. And they understood local level racing and stuff like that. And of course, they grew up driving on all the tracks that I'm working at now. I mean, this is the area they come from. They really are truly like grassroots. That's a grassroots racing family, the Burtons. But yeah, it's just they're not TV personalities, you know. I never considered them that way. I've never got to meet them. I'd like to meet them. That'd be pretty cool. You've got a lug nut from another car. Okay. Always cool to get a little piece of something like that. Try to see people walk up a ton of stairs with a beer. Yeah, so the best thing about racetracks is the grandstands are not as steep as like football stadiums. Cause like American football stadiums and hockey rinks too, like where the Capitals play. I've been there a bunch of times, and the seats are, especially in the upper deck, are so fucking steep, man. Trying to get up those stairs is a little unsettling. But racetracks aren't really that bad. But you're right though, because of the fact that they're not that steep, the fucking things go up really, really high. Depends on the track you're at too, because of course if you're at like Talladega, they're fucking enormous. Bristol too. Richmond's not that bad. But that's also because they've been taking out a lot of seats over the last few years. Oh, you ain't lying, Cody. And that's the other thing. I mean, I don't go to NASCAR races anymore. I've never liked the crowd. I mean, it's just, and after going to other events, I really, really want to go to a drift event and see what, because I know that community, that crowd is going to be awesome. But after I went to that NHRA Top Fuel Drag event at the Virginia Dragway, I was just blown away by the people there. Just the nicest group of people I've ever been around in my life. Everybody's looking out for each other. You could just tell it's just like a vibe. Nobody was shit-faced drunk. There were people with beers, but nobody was all sloshing around. You don't tailgate because from the time you get there in the morning, it's racing. So people are watching, they're in the pits, they're paying attention. There were people with stopwatches and shit looking at stuff and paying attention to things, and they had weather apps up on their phone. I saw people looking at the weather, not because they wanted to see if we were going to get rained on. They were looking at the humidity levels and shit because they know all about like engine tuning and stuff, and they were like looking at the guys making adjustments on the dragsters, and like I could see them talking to each other like, oh, I don't know if that's the right call, and I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, so I'm just like mind blown by all these people. But there were so many people there, you know, you're going to bump into somebody. There were people that my dumb ass wasn't paying attention, and I bumped into somebody and they apologized to me. Like, I was like, oh shit, man, no, don't, you know, it's my bad. Everybody there was so nice. And then I went to the NASCAR race last fall in Richmond, and it was just everybody there was a giant fucking dickhead. Half the people had been drinking since like 7 o'clock that morning. They were drunk off their ass. They didn't pay attention to where they were going, what they were doing, or what they were saying, because we had a 7-year-old with us, and they're all fuck this and fuck that and blah, blah, you know, all this type of shit. And it's just not, you know. And not that it makes a huge difference, but at the NASCAR race, it was all a bunch of really drunk, fucked up, middle-aged white guys. And the NHRA drag event, bro, everybody was there. Everybody. Men, women, black people, white people, Hispanic people, Asian people. There were literally people from all walks of life from all over the world. There were people that had nice collar button shirts on. There were people that had raggedy ass old t-shirts on. There were literally people from everywhere were there, and they were all just happy to be there. And it was one of the most amazing experiences. And Charlie will tell you the same thing. She was with me. It was one of the most amazing experiences of our life. And you go to the NASCAR race, and it's just backwoods hillbilly hick bullshit. And y'all know I am a lifelong short track racing. I have grown up around this shit, you know? And it's sad to see that it's a sport that should be inclusive to everyone, and it's not. Realistically, it's just not. Yeah, see, that's why I want to go to like an FD event here in the States. I'd love to see that. I'd love to go to like a Japanese drift event or something like that. Y'all know I want to go to a Japanese wrestling show. But I'm not big on traveling like that, so. But it's part of getting older too, is because I had a lot of really good experiences at Warped Tour back when that was a thing, because you've just got a big community of people that are all there for the same reason. Everybody's just there having fun, and it's all love, you know? There's not a lot of bullshit. Sometimes people get a little over the top in the pit, but there's usually people there that take care of that kind of shit. So, you know, it's just a good time, and that's the same type of feeling that I got. I mean, 21 Pilots shows, exact same thing. But the drag race and stuff was like that. I feel like FD would be like that, you know? So are people shitty at Supercross? Because I feel like that would be another, because me and Charlie really like Supercross stuff too. Surprisingly enough. I know that's not something that's ever really been talked about on stream or anything, but like we caught a bunch of races back when I was living at my parents' house years back. It just so happened like we were always watching TV and had nothing to do when there was a Supercross event on, and we ended up picking out, like, I don't even remember anymore, but we had like riders that we liked, and we enjoyed watching that shit, man. So that stuff, I'd love to see that too. There's a fight in the stand. So what the people take that shit that serious? I mean, obviously everybody takes the sport that they love seriously, but like, why are you gonna be fighting over this shit? Even NASCAR fans don't do that. Good grief. I don't know, because that's partially, I would also say though, because this is going to come off as sexist here, but stick with me on it. It's going to come off that way at first, but I'll explain. Every time you see a fight video on YouTube or whatever, they come across on Reddit, you see people fighting and whatever, and I don't mind a good fight. You know, I'm a hockey player. You know, I don't mind a good fight as long as the shit is done right. There is a respectful, if it comes down to it and somebody needs their ass whooped, it is what it is. But there's a respectful way to do it. You know, when somebody goes down, you leave them the fuck alone. You don't get on top of them and do, I hate that shit, man. Obviously, no weapons, no low blows, you know, like, obviously it's not a UFC fight, it's a street fight, so things are a little gray, but there's some respect to be had, man to man, you know? So I like watching a good scrap every now and then, as long as it's respectful. As soon as it gets into some bullshit, I stop watching it. Now, that being said, there is nothing in the whole world that I hate more than me. I'm watching a video or whatever, I'm watching two guys fighting, and there are women standing there screaming. Stop! Stop! Ah! Stop it! I fucking hate it, bro. Shut the fuck up and watch. Because none of these videos are like some random dude got randomly jumped in the middle of like the mall. You know, they're just minding their own business on a Saturday afternoon, and now all of a sudden he's having a fucking, you know, Jet Li ninja fight like it's a movie in the middle of the mall. No. You're with the kind of person that is getting involved in fighting with other people in public. So like, you made that choice to be in a relationship with this person. How the fuck are you gonna stand there and scream like an idiot and literally accomplish nothing? It's just so fucking frustrating to me. So I know you said you feel sorry for their girlfriends. I don't. Because Charlie is never going to have to stand there and scream, no, stop, oh my God. Because A, she's not in a relationship with a person that's going to get involved in a situation like that. And B, if I ever am in a situation where I'm fixing to whoop somebody's ass, she's going to be right there next to me whooping their ass too. So that's my thought on that. So like I said, it might come off as sexist as first, but let me get to the end. Charlie will get after it, bro. Charlie will whoop my ass. We had some boxing gloves a while back just for like fun, like sparring stuff or whatever. And like I was teaching her some stuff and whatever. But we would like be like, all right, let's do one. You know, I'm not gonna punch her in the face or anything like that. You know, I'll just boop her on the nose if she leaves an opening or whatever. I got to cover that. You know, just kind of like teaching. Yeah, she'd fucking just right between my eyes, full. I was like, fuck. The girl whooped my ass, and I was like, I'm not doing this shit with you no more. Fuck you. I don't fight with her. She'll fuck me up, bro. I don't. But it's funny because I got her back because when we first started dating, she was like, obviously interested in the wrestling stuff and figuring out what it was that I was, just learning about it and everything like that. And I taught her how to I taught her how to take a bump. And so she got comfortable with it and everything like that. And so I was showing her like on a mattress on the floor. So it's like not a big deal, right? And she was like, I want to do one without it. I want to do a real one. And I was like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I think I can do it. And so, of course, like I said, she's whooped my ass a few times. I was like, I ain't fight with you no more. So I'm teaching her wrestling stuff. So this girl, she did it right. She took one bump and she hit the floor. And that look on her face changed. And like, she was ready to cry. Like it's because if you've never done it before, and you have to have, there is a certain level of tolerance your body has to have for a full, it shocks your entire everything. All of your body is like it's a lot. And and she found out very quickly that wasn't for her. So I was like, ha, I got you back. That's for all those times you whooped my ass. But no, if there was ever some bullshit, she ain't gonna be standing there screaming. I tell you that. We're either hauling ass, because we're smart, we're either running away or we're handling that business, bro. Pilot says he still hadn't learned the track. Hey, exclamation point slide style. There's a graphic of the line on the slide style. Like I said, this is a invitational event. It's an end of season event for us. So it's already spoken for as to who gets to run it, but definitely if you want to come during the practice sessions and slide with these guys, yeah, but that map graphic is there. It's under schedule, and in the announcements post, I believe, for the event, it's there as well. Coyote said he's going to head out for a little bit. Hell yeah. Well, we're going to be back playing some Everspace here in probably about a half hour, 45 minutes or so. So if you come back around, I'll be playing that. That Pit of Doom is biting people, man. Wayne says, when did we start? What, me and Charlie? That would be... I think we figured out it's 6 years ago, I think. When would that be? 2018 or 2017? Maybe 2017. She was 18, Wayne. Fuck you. And she first thought that I was like 16, so I don't want to fucking hear it. If anybody was going to be breaking the law, it was going to be her. She did. She legit. When we first met, she thought I was like fucking 16 or 17 years old. Babyface in the wrestling ring, babyface outside the wrestling ring. What can I say? I see Yakuza's still back there. He's been quiet. Shut up, Wayne. I feel like I say that at least 10 times a stream now. You're like Meg from Family Guy. Shut up, Wayne. I love it. No, you go first. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I was saying. So look, check it out. Check it out. We line up like this. I'm not going to go theory, but like we line up like this, right? And then we let each other know we're good to go. Theory will say he's good to go. And then I'll roll forward and then he'll go. So that's how we do the starts. So the lead car is on the right, chase car is on the left. All right, so here, me and Akuza will do one. I kind of screwed up my timing on that, but I'll get it. I might have to use my S13 on this one too, because this car keeps bottoming out on that weird little map glitch thing. Yep, I screwed myself up. Use your I don't have that anymore. I got rid of it. A, to protect the secrets, but B, because I couldn't drive that shit. Let me try the that S13 again. Give it the old test run here. Yeah, it doesn't bottom out as bad. I didn't get as deep in there as I wanted to, but yeah, my game is like, it's like I'm playing at 30 frames a second. It's telling me I'm getting 120, 130, you know, bouncing around in there, but yeah, it's playing it feels like I'm getting 30 frames. And if I turn off reshade, it's not reshade. It still feels like that. What happened with the Bruins? I did not see anything about that. And I haven't gotten any smug ass text from my sister either. So what happened with the Bruins? They made Brad Marchand their captain? What the fuck? Why? Who else do they have? I mean, obviously Chara is gone. Chara was gone a long time ago. Who did they have? Who was their captain when Chara was gone? When he left? They gave it to, shit. Oh, that's going to drive me nuts. Who did they give it to? Oh, the name is like on the tip of my tongue of who had it, because like Chara left and then this guy got it and it was like, yeah, that's, Patrice Bergeron. That's right. I think did he leave? What happened with him? I haven't been keeping up with hockey. I am a terrible hockey fan. The Bergeron's out. Did he retire or did he get traded? Speaking of that, Wayne, I am salty as fuck about all of my goddamn weapon skins in CS because I very, very quickly discovered that I am not a heroic fan. I am a Cadian fan. And now that Cadian is leaving, fuck those motherfuckers. Don't you talk shit about my best friend that I've never met ever in my life. I'm also salty as fuck that I like had one opportunity to get to go hang out with him at the Blast, whatever the fuck, in DC, and didn't do it. They were fucking noobs. Fuck them. I love him. I swear to God. He's like, well, he's the whole reason I started trying to op in games anyway. And I mean, if you watch the way I play in comp, like I try to model myself after his, obviously I'm nowhere near as good as him, but like the way that he plays the game. And the only reason I do that, A, because I like him, but B, because he's obviously the IGL for the team. So he's got a lot of other responsibilities that's going on while he's also playing the game as an opper. So like he can't play like Simple or Zywoo or James or anybody like that because, well, I guess like, no, nobody can play like James, but like he can't play like that because he's got other duties. So he has to play a more reserved style and try to find impact where needed, you know, different things like that. Well, the reason that I try to model myself after that is because I fucking suck. So if I can try to find impact in a similar way that he does, you know, he has all these other responsibilities that he's having to focus on at the same time as he's playing. I don't have all of those. I'm just terrible. So if I can like maintain a gameplay state as an upper like he does, without all those extra responsibilities, I should be able to do pretty decently. So that's kind of like why I enjoy that. But I fucking love his energy and just the way that he talked about his team and his players and how personally he took team play, and they would always hang out and do all the stuff in and out of the server. It wasn't just a job to them, you know? And I really like that. So, but the problem is he's one of those players that you build a team around. You can't just pick up Cadian and drop him into another team. He's not a good enough opper to just be an opper for a team. That's not going to work. And you're not going to drop him in as a entry frag IGL like Kerrigan, for example. Let's say Kerrigan was going to retire. You can't just drop Cadian into that position. It's just not going to work. So you have to build a team around Cadian, and that's what Heroic had done. That's why it's so fucking, it doesn't make any damn sense. You're not missing much, Skull. They got a lot of the performance issues fixed that I was having, at least as far as A&D cards go. So I'm back floating around 180, 190 frames again, thankfully. But yeah, as of right now, you're not missing much. Matchmaking is completely fucked up. They're just starting to apparently get their anti-cheat stuff back online, so that's there, but it's just in a really weird spot at the moment. But you got to tune in to find out, Skull. You talking about Everspace? You got to come watch, man. When I start playing it, I'll give the recap on what happened last stream, because I only played for 2 hours. And the game has like a menu where it's like you can... It has like a little summary of everything that's happened in the story so far. Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, howdy.
There's DK. Wayne, why were you not faster on that? Sorry, Skull.
Fuck, where's the start line on this?
What's up, DK? You mean you didn't look at the graphic?
Hey. I've been asleep for about 8 hours, okay?
What's up, man? Well, I mean, you'll see where these guys are doing it. God, Wayne, you had one job, man. And Skull got in trouble for it, and now it's what did they used to tell us in school, or at least I don't know if they do this over there, but in America there was always this thing in like public school or whatever. DK will know what I'm talking about, where they're like, oh, that's gonna go on your permanent record.
Oh yeah.
This imaginary thing that doesn't exist or whatever, but that was like how they terrorized students. Is like if they got in trouble, it was gonna go on their permanent record. It's like Vince McMahon telling you you're fired. But yeah, now Skull has a mark on his permanent record. DK got the horror machine out. Is it just me, or is that hole next to the pit of doom, has it gotten worse? It feels like it's gotten worse. I don't know how that could be possible. Yeah, see, Skulls know what I'm talking about. He knows what's up. How you been, DK?
Been doing good.
Work not killing you too bad?
Sorta. Yeah.
Sorta?
I guess you could say that.
Well, at least it's not, well, I don't know about where you're at, but it hasn't been hot as balls out where I am lately, so hopefully it's not terrible on you.
It's fucking horrible.
Has it been hot? Fuck.
It's fucking horrible. This evening it's not mandatory, but it's highly encouraged, so that means it's mandatory that we do fucking it's squadron PT slash sports day,
Okay.
and oh my fucking god, it was like 98 fucking degrees and was playing
Ugh.
ultimate frisbee for 3 hours. So bad.
Was it at
So
least somewhat fun though?
yeah, it was fun. It was
All
just
right.
hot as fuck.
Yeah.
You couldn't do anything.
Yeah. At least it was fun though. At least you weren't like, just out there fucking running laps or something for 3 hours. You were getting to
Dude,
do something somewhat constructive.
We switched it up from ultimate frisbee to ultimate football, and that's when I started playing because I
There
can't
you
throw
go.
a frisbee worth shit.
Hell yeah.
Can't throw a fucking frisbee worth shit.
I haven't got to do anything like that in so long. I haven't played a sport in any fashion since the last hockey game that I played. In which I tried to get in a fight with somebody and packed all my shit and left and never went back.
I can't remember the fucking line, Malte. I'm sorry. I have
Just
to watch
pull it
somebody
up.
else fucking run it.
Pull it up! Where are you at? Where are you at? Come drive. Where are you at? I got you. I got you. Follow me, sir. I'll take you on a tour. So will Skull. Nope, Skull's going the wrong way. Pay no attention to Skull. You go through here. You go around here. You do the Pit of Doom gimmick.
Yeah, I got that part.
Yep. And then you just go straight back through this part and make a left right here. And then you just turn around and go home. And the quote-unquote end of the line is kind of like right here at where those tank things were.
Gotcha. I know it's not like I'm gonna be able to grab anyway, so I'm not in the top 12 points, but I'll still practice with it.
Well, it might still. There's a handful of people that weren't able to make it. And obviously, like, kind of, it'll be like a first come, first serve kind of thing for, bringing in extra people or whatever. But, like, you and Akuza are kind of on the top of that list if y'all want it. Honestly, I should have done top 10 in points and then had you two guys for all the work y'all put in this season helping me out. I didn't really think about that until just now. I kind of feel like an asshole.
Hey, you know me, I'd rather fucking boss people around than drive.
It is fun.
Have you gotten a real good look at this car?
Not a super good look. Let me float on over here. All right, so we got Jason is the hood.
You know exactly what it's like based on, right?
I mean, it's
like the three people. It's fairly obvious. Okay, fuck you, Skull.
Well, you got. I mean, Jason's on the hood. Freddy is the ass end of the car here.
Yeah.
But then you got the ghost face on the side, which I don't know how that ties into it. Other than it's just horror movies.
It's just horror movies. That's what I wanted. It was gonna be Jason, Michael, and Freddy, but I changed it to Jason, Ghostface, and Freddy.
Got you.
Okay.
I like it though.
And for a tune I just threw together, oh my fucking god, this thing
runs good.
For what it is.
Wayne says extended bracket. I am not writing all that code, especially when I'm getting ready. Like in the off season, I'm going to rewrite the whole thing anyway. So I'm not about to put in all that effort. I am gonna just hack together what we need for this event, and we're gonna struggle through it for one event, and then I'm rewriting the whole thing in the off season. I'm gonna change the title graphic a little bit, and the like the scoreboard where it's got the logo in the top left. I'm gonna change that a little bit, and that's it. The rest of its shit is staying exactly like it was. But yeah, that's badass, DK. I like that thing, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't blown a head gasket yet because it's super.
Ha 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 ha. Don't remind my car that that's an option, okay? It doesn't know about that yet. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm getting close to, I'm up to 94,000 right now. So.
Oh, they know about it. The vehicles know when it's time to make the forbidden milkshake.
That's gonna be fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, it will.
Don't fucking say milkshake.
It's the forbidden milkshake.
Yep.
That's what it's fucking called, and I want to say it whenever the fuck I want.
I agree with the Kuza, man. Stop! Don't say it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to think about it.
No sludge, no slime, no oily bits.
Yep, none of that. I can't afford to have those things.
This is why I drive a Ford.
Oh yeah.
I don't have to worry about that shit.
Found on road dead. That's why you drive a Ford.
It hasn't fucking.
It hadn't done it
Fords
yet.
I've drove never broke. Even
No, I know a lot of people that
with
have.
fucking 300,000 miles on it.
Depends on what Ford it is.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I had a 97 F-150 in high school that had 300,000 miles when I bought it.
Woo!
And whenever I bought it for like fucking $1,200 because the guy didn't want it anymore. It was like a farm truck, so it was beat the shit out of. And my dad was like, "All right, this is your first truck." I was like, "Fuck it." 300,000 miles on it. It wasn't rusted. It was like, well, the body was a little bit of rusted, but it was fucking mint. And the shit I put that fucking truck through, I swear.
And the things that truck saw in the bed of it. Ugh.
Do they still use that tagline for Ford? Ford built tough.
Yes, my F-150. Every time I start it on the instrument cluster, it has the screen and it's got the block and it says "Built Ford Tough" and it just
Nice.
goes away.
Well, I mean, it just depends on the like manufacturer of the vehicle too, because like I know for like a good period of time from like the mid 90s up to probably the mid 2000s, like any Dodge Ram that you got, you couldn't kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the motors were just like notorious for being rock solid. Like they were kick-ass motors, whatever they had in them. But if you got a Jeep Cherokee from that same time frame, dog shit. From what I understand. So like they would just fall apart and leak oil and this and that and this and that. So it's just like kind of.
And then Dodge started making the engines, the 5.7s, the 4.7s, the 3.7s. Anything with a fucking 7 will have timing chain problems.
Really?
Every fucking time around 150,000 miles. Every time.
Did they? And they never figured
Maybe
out
even
why.
more.
Or did they just not
I
give
never
a shit?
figured out why. It
Well,
still
clearly
happens.
clearly is a 0.7. Clearly,
It's the 7.
Anything with a 0.7 in it, like the 5.7 liter Hemi, it will have timing chain problems.
So if you
And
get a
the thing
5.2,
is
it
with
won't do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's awesome.
And the thing is with the 5.7s and the new Dodges, they have 2 sets of timing chains. One's on the front and one on the back of the engine. You don't know which one's going to go fucking kaput. So if you got to change one of them, you got to fucking take off the. You
might as well do the other one,
basically.
Is that like a variable valve timing
it's
thing? I'm assuming.
I'm not completely sure on that, but
why the fuck would it have 2 timing? That's weird.
it fucking Dodge, man.
My
Ford is on top.
I mean, it's my dad's fault, but I have to. If I had to pick, I have to consider myself a Mopar guy because I don't know any differently.
Actually. Oh my god, Dicky's in the pit. But I'm in the same boat as well. Give me a Ram over F-150 any day.
Yeah.
They're just cooler.
I don't know why. It's because I was. It's literally because of my dad. I have no scientific basis for any of this. It's just because Dad said so. So that's what I go with.
Yeah, because you grew up with those.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yep. Dad had a 97 Ram 2500 for like 13 years. And then he traded that in and got a 2013 Ram 2500 and has that today. And from what I understand, the damn thing does everything it needs to do. So we've always been Dodge, like just Mopar stuff in general, but Dodge and Honda has always been the family vehicles. Like
Honda,
we weren't Ford people and we weren't Toyota people. Like we would lean towards Hondas over like Toyota.
Ah, so you're more like an alternative family instead of the one that everyone picks.
I guess so. Now that you think about it, yeah, true. Because in like America, at least, it's like always you got like the Chevy or Ford, and then Dodge is kind of more often the odd one out. And then if your Toyota is like the fucking. How many years was the Toyota Camry like the #1 selling car like in the world? It was a.
Isn't it still is?
I think it's like a significant number. But yeah, so I guess we did kind of go for the. But the still like the alternative, but still the good like decent quality, because then you've got of course Hyundai, which is pretty well known for being fairly shitty. What would the American brand shitty car be? Pontiac?
AMC, maybe. No, that was the first thing that popped in my head when you said that.
I'm trying to think of what would really be considered the. Well, according to DK, it would be Dodge. So.
No, I didn't say that. It's Chevy. I'm Ford, Dodge, Chevy.
Okay.
Now, what DK said means is it was Ram were good, and then they brought in the 0.7 engines, and then.
True. That is what he said. Yeah.
Anything before 2005 Dodge. Oh my God, I'm in love with them.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. That was when they were actually proper trucks.
Now everything.
Like scam people. Sorry.
Everything before like 95, 96 Chevy, I love. After that, I'm with Chevy.
So about the time you were born is when they started fucking up, is what I'm hearing.
I just like older body style vehicles.
No, I'm the same way.
The second gen Dodges, dude. The square body Chevys, man. It's oh my God.
Like the stuff we would always.
Oldies.
Yeah, it's the stuff we would always run on SnowRunner, right?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, is that the same with Ford, DK, for you? Do you still like the new Ford stuff?
Okay. The new Fords are to me. Like
also.
Yeah, like I have a 2014 Ford F-150 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I bought it is because it was the cheapest thing on the lot that I could afford when I went to the fucking dealership. If I could have found an older model truck, or if they had an older model truck, I would have bought it. But it was a whole thing. I was looking for like a, what am I trying to say? Like an 09, an 05, 09 F350. What I was really looking for, and the one I found was way too expensive for what it was.
Because they know the value of it, I guess. They really know it.
No, it was a piece of shit truck that somebody was asking too much for.
That's funny. All right, let me.
In the description, it said garage kept. I went and looked at it.
Oh, definitely not.
It was not garage kept at all.
Maybe it was a very leaky garage.
Yeah, maybe it was a shitty garage. They're like, I wasn't technically lying. I didn't say the garage had a roof on it. It was in the garage. So they were talking about.
That seems like
on over. I just want to catch up on chat real quick, so I don't miss anybody. But Skull was saying doing FPW, like a little ad during the event or whatever, and Wayne said to have a Wayne documentary titled "Behind the Scenes: The Two-Time Handsome Muscular Champ." Between every round, he says. So I am thinking of doing like a kind of a funny thing that's going to be like slide style history. Our champions,
Oh,
and then it's
boy.
just like a 3-frame flash of Wayne's car, and then it's like, all right, welcome back. We're that was a history of slide style. It's just like this car just pops up for a second, and then we go back to what we were doing. And then he says, Spider-Man 2 is soon. When are we doing the first one? All right, well, when the second one comes out and they put the first one on sale, I'll buy the first one and stream that. How about that? And I'm having way too much fun with Everspace, so it's going to depend on how long that takes me as well. I
Oh,
do
I
want
missed
to
it.
play
That's-
that Spider-Man game.
This Everspace 1 or 2? It was it 2?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The new
Which
one.
I'm kind of
Gotcha.
interested in checking out the first one now, but from all of the reviews and everything that I read, it was kind of saying you really don't need to play the first one to get enjoyment out of the second one. And the second one kicks ass, dude. I love it.
So it's like self-contained. Don't need. It doesn't fall off from the first one, essentially.
I don't think it has anything to do with the first one. Like, it's the second Everspace game, but it's not a storyline follow-up. Yeah, it's not a sequel. I could be wrong because I don't know the lore, so maybe there is something that but it's going to be interesting because maybe I will take away something different from the story because I don't know anything about the first game. So I'm going to wait until I finish this one to like read about the plot of the first one and see if they were actually tied together or not. Because that's
Right.
kind of actually how I got into Mass Effect. The first Mass Effect I played was the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So my entire exposure to the first game was the like graphic novel style thing that they did at the beginning of the second one that lets you make all of the decisions from the first game, like the major game-changing decisions or whatever. That was my entire experience of the first game was that. And then I played the second one. And going back and playing the first game again, I'm almost kind of glad I did it that way. Not that I didn't like the first game, I love it. But the first Mass Effect and the second one, very different games. And the
By the way,
third
real
one
quick,
was by far the best. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. I just wanted to catch up on the chat real quick.
Yeah. Real quick, do you remember the car I used the last time I did an event here? We did the event here.
I know as soon as I saw it, I'll remember it. But you were which one did you do for this one? Because this is when Wayne and Theory were they were in Yaris's for this event.
Yaris's, yeah, they were.
I can't remember what you did for that one. What was it?
It was a certain muscle car. It was black. It had a engine sticking out of it.
Oh, did you do Did you do the Charger? Or no, because last season we said that the Charger was out because it was too damn long.
Mm-hmm.
So the Firebird?
Nope. I'll give you a hint. It's one of the brands that we literally just talked about.
Trying to think of what other cars have the option to stick a motor out of the hood. I think you can do it with the Mustang, right? Oh, was it a No, I can't remember.
You were close. It's close. If you're
this?
thinking about the Mustang, it was close, but it was something else.
Oh, was it the Fox body?
No,
Shit!
that doesn't have an engine that got sticking out of it.
They do have one. They have an option for it.
I guess so, but it's not that car.
Well, is it this? Whatever you're in now?
Yes?
Which my dumb ass is not. My brain is not activating on what this is called, and I don't know why. I hate that. I know what it is. I'm looking like I know the car, and my brain is just taking a shit on the name. That's gonna drive me nuts.
Starts with an F. It's a bird of some sort.
It's killing me. I hate it. It's like when you see somebody playing
oh my
like
fucking god, Alex.
the fucking what is it, the $100,000 pyramid, and they're giving them the clues, and the person's just like completely mind blank, and then as soon as they say it, they're like, "Son of a bitch!" That's what my brain is doing right now.
Starts with an F. It's some kind of
Falcon.
fucking bird.
That's what it is. A Falcon.
Yeah, Falcon.
Fucking
Yeah, it's a
took me
Mad Max. It's a Mad Max car. So originally it was just
this
plain.
is what.
It was,
That's right.
That's what Mad
remember.
Max drove, yeah.
Yeah.
So originally it was literally just a Mad Max car. It was completely flat black. It had the little badge on the side. But now that I decided to kind of bring it back, I found a tune somewhat online, and I decided to try it out. And to celebrate the new tune, because I think it's kind of good. I'm not sure how competitive it is really, but in celebration, I decided to give it a makeover and make it more me. You know?
Oh yeah, this is a very Yakuza looking ride. I dig it.
Yeah, it has your colors on it as well.
Yeah,
just by
it does.
chance.
You know I like that. Onion, what's up, dude?
So yeah.
Babylon, what's
Also,
up?
I was in the voice chat for a long ass time. I was muted on purpose because I was like listening to your conversation without even like taking being part of the conversation.
Uh-oh.
And the moment you mentioned about if the fact that you might plan to include DK and me into the event later, I'm like, fuck, I had to join.
You're like, I have to provide input now, damn it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Babylon, what's up? I would say absolutely yes, you can join. Search up Alex on the US servers. However, I'm about to switch games here in a minute because I think everybody that was going to get their practice in for today has done it. And of course, anybody that wants to stay in the server is welcome to do that as long as they like. But yeah, usually we've gotten to where it used to be we'd rock for like 3-4 hours and people would be coming in and out of the server and everything like that. But it's gotten down to now like the guys that want to run practice with the other guys all show up at the start and we run for about 2 hours and then we're tired of it. So that's kind of become the flow that we've gotten into, which makes it easier on me scheduling wise for streams. And Jason just got here. It runs good. I'm not trying to play. I don't want to play Counter-Strike. I don't like it. I don't even know. Does the team mute even fucking work? I know they fixed it in comp. Does it work in casual? Because every time I've ever played casual in Counter-Strike, somebody is in there yelling racial slurs for no reason. So if they fix that. But either way, I'm playing Everspace because I fucking love the game. So as much as I enjoy and love Counter-Strike, until they fix more of the shit with it, I'm not really too worried about it, and Everspace is kick-ass. So.
Oh yeah, I just overheard. I wasn't 100% listening, so what, is Counter-Strike having a little issue right now? A few issues?
Well,
cheat as well.
A very long laundry list of issues.
Oh, really? That bad, huh?
It sucks because the game itself is fine. It's not like a Cyberpunk issue where they release the game and they're, or like that video you posted where a cop car rode by you with no wheels or whatever. Like, it's nothing like that. You don't have like weapons floating around outside of players, invisible people and people walking through walls and all that shit. Like, the game itself is amazing. I'm a huge fan of it. A lot of people are bitching, but it's just because they've had 4,000 hours in CS. So like, if something is one pixel different from CS:GO, they're like, "Oh, this is horrible." No, it is. It is objectively better on all counts, in my opinion. I think it's just. I just think it's better everywhere. However, the major problem was because it was an update. It wasn't a new game. It wasn't a new game. It was an update to CS:GO, and they did a little rebranding, which I think it needed. I wish they would have just called it Counter-Strike and not the 2, because the 2 I think will is confusing branding wise. I think they should just call it Counter-Strike, and then this game be like rolling release for the rest of forever. This is Counter-Strike. Period. But that's not what they did. So. Probably because it would conflict in the Steam store with CS 1.6. That's probably why. But anyway, the problem there being because of the skins market and everything, they had to do an update. They couldn't do it as a new game. So they had the limited test, which had competitive and everything like that, and people were able to get in, test on stuff and everything like that. And the general community's assumption was that they could pull all of the data, as far as the way that the game operates, all the bugs and everything from competitive. You know, you shoot the same guns in competitive that you do in deathmatch and gun game and everything else. So the community was assuming, including myself, was assuming that they were testing it that way. And then when they went for the main release, all of the other game modes and stuff would be, you know, as they were in CSGO. So gun game, or they call it arms race, but gun game and demolition and flying scoutsmen and all of that type of stuff would be there. They just didn't need it. They didn't need it to be part of the test because it's the same shit. So, you know, concentrate all of the players in competitive, find all the gameplay bugs there, and then it'll extrapolate out to the rest of the game, right? Makes sense.
Gotcha.
So they go to release the game. Everybody's all excited. I stayed up till like 3, 4 in the morning, whatever. Get the update, load into the game. The actual release of the game was literally the limited test. So all of the game modes are gone. Obviously they're going to add them back, but as it sits right now, all you can do is play competitive and deathmatch. And casual, but that's just competitive, but with 10 people aside and no economy. Which is so, I don't even play, I don't like, it's just not a thing that I like. It's there, but So yeah, there's competitive deathmatch, which has some pretty big issues because they let too many people in it. So you can have like 20 people in a deathmatch game, and the spawns aren't designed for that. So like you spawn and get shot in the back of the head. Like you never have an opportunity. So it's uncomfortable in that way. But yeah, so a lot of the maps and stuff, of course, are gone. Like all of the gun game, like the little special gun game maps that they had and everything. And they had teaser screenshots. Like they've redesigned those maps completely. They're just gone. They're not there right now. So it's really frustrating to me because that's what we did. You know, we did that stuff for fun to play CS because we don't do really competitive CS on stream. We just fuck around and have a good time. They took that shit away. But so that's the main thing that's pissing off a lot of people. And then, so we knew the community content was going to be gone, all of the workshop stuff, because they moved to a new game engine. So obviously, like, the mappers are going to have to port their maps over and fix a bunch of stuff, right? Like, everybody knew that, and we all expected that. So it just sucks that, you know, we wouldn't like that Police map that we love playing. We're going to have to wait for that guy to port it to CS2, which is, I was totally fine with that. No big deal. You know, we'll just play gun game and deathmatch and stuff in the meantime. We'll find other stuff to do, and new maps will come out, and it'll be a good time, right? Yeah, we don't get to do any of that. So that's kind of my frustration with it, is just, you know, on a personal level, I'm like, fuck, this sucks, because they kind of took Counter-Strike away from me, in a way, you know? Because that's what I like doing with my friends, and now I can't do any of it. So it's not a problem with the game at all. The game is fucking kick-ass. I love it. It's just the decisions that they made with the launch are just kind of sad.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I agree with Onion too on the servers. I don't know what there is something, and that's the other problem, is a lot of other game developers are very open and communicative with their player base, and Valve is not. That's just how they've always been. That's not new. But it's really frustrating because, like Onion's talking about, they've developed this new networking system that works off the original 64 tick based game, but it timestamps actions in between ticks, so everything happening on the client side is real time, and that it batch processes everything on the standard 64 tick rate, which sounds good on paper, but in practice there's been a lot of community content that shows that it does not work as well as they want. And 90% of those issues are fixed by just playing on 128 tick servers, which, face it, has been running those servers since they started. And all of the major tournaments, including the Valve-sponsored literal majors, are on 128. So even they, basically by doing that, admit that that's the superior way to play the game. So they developed an entirely new game engine and all this stuff. Why would you not use the superior networking technology? So I don't understand their reasoning for that. And of course, they're not going to fucking tell anybody. So, because there has to be a good reason. So why don't they just come out and say, hey, a lot of you guys are asking why we didn't switch to 128 tick. Here's why, with a short little post on why, and everybody would be happy. Or not everybody would be happy. Well, a lot of people would say it's bullshit, but at least we would know. But instead, here we are having conversations like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Valve, that's just what they do. So, yeah, but it is nice that, I mean, they're, like I said, the game kicks ass. I think it feels good. I like the way it plays. I like the way it looks. I like the changes they made to the maps. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm disappointed in some of the decisions that they've made, but it's a lot better than the Cyberpunk situation where it's like there was all this hype and the game comes out and it's not even fucking close to what was discussed, Oh, No Man's Sky too. I mean, obviously that one was the worst of all time. But eventually they got it right. Cyberpunk, eventually they got it right. So same thing. Like CS is going to be incredible at some point, but a little just disappointing
At some
in
point,
that regard. Yeah.
is the asterisk on top of that.
Well, it's not going to take them long. They have released an update for the game every day. So that was the problem with the code base for CSGO was a hot pile of garbage because it had been worked on by like 4 or 5 different companies, and there was still legacy code in there from CS 1.6. Like there was just a bunch of just horseshit code in there that they had to constantly work around. The same problem that Microsoft has had to deal with for 30 years now. So that was the thing with this game is they rewrote the shit from scratch. So now when there's a bug, like I saw somebody posted a bug on Reddit. They were like, and it was like a really unique thing. And everybody else was like, wow, I haven't seen that. How did you find that? So it was this very fairly unique bug that they had discovered. 6 hours later, it was patched. So like they're able to rip shit off real quick now. So, well, and like I said, they posted their own screenshots of those gun game maps and stuff like that. Like they're done. So they just have to actually like enable them. So I'm just, waiting for whatever day that is.
It would be kind of fucked if they decide to like make that like a rotation kind of thing where it is every week a different set of maps would be available
like
for people to play.
Like the Splitgate thing that they did. That would,
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that'll. But see that they know that is one thing with Valve is even though they don't communicate, they do listen. I can give them that. They don't communicate, but they do listen somewhat. So whereas like Splitgate did that and everybody was like, what the fuck? We didn't ask for this. And they're like, tough shit, that's what you're getting. Valve knows what people are asking for and what they want. So I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think they would do something like that because everybody would be like, hey, what the fuck, man? Like, that would piss off a lot of people. Onion's right, yeah, because the CSGO launch was apparently horrible. I gotta fix this camera. It's just doing one thing. It's rotating itself. But yeah, the CSGO launch was apparently terrible. I don't remember it. I played the game when it first came out, but I was never heavily involved with, the CS community or anything, so I didn't know any better. It was just Counter-Strike to me. I didn't know any different. So I don't remember any of that. And also that was 2013, so I was playing it at work with my buddy. So it's not like we had a lot of time to really delve into the game. But yeah, apparently the launch for CSGO was fucking horrendous. So they're definitely better than that, but yeah, the Kino drone is a massive pain in the ass, Skull. It's cool as hell and I like it. It's just I don't have the skill to be able to pilot the thing properly. It's intense. I can't imagine flying a real life drone, man. I see the things whipping around. They had one at the event I was at last night. Flying all around.
Little drones flying around, yeah.
Tracking behind the cars and everything like that. Which is probably a little easier to do with drifting than it is with that, because like with the drag race and stuff, the guys get such a gap between them. So you kind of just have to pick a car and stick with them. But with drifting, you kind of, you try to stay in between them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping we can, if the new manager for South Boston if he's got the connections, if he knows some drone guys, if we can include that in our live broadcast next year. Maybe not every race, but just like a special occasion kind of thing. But it would be cool as hell to have that. I know because it's a NASCAR rule, the drone can't fly over the cars during green flag conditions, which, I mean, for obvious reasons, because, like, what if the battery on it dies or something?
And drops.
And it just drops right on the middle of the racetrack. So, like, obviously you can't have that, but, like, to stay over top of, like, pit road and fly alongside the cars, you know, to really get that sense of speed. Or, like, if a pit crew is working on the car, like, have the drone fly over and watch, you know, then you don't have a cameraman that's potentially in the way, you know, because that happens sometimes. As a crew member, it goes to do something, and there's a camera guy right there. And they run into him or whatever. So just having the drone kind of floating over top would be really, really cool.
No, part of me feels like, I mean, yeah, probably the cameraman won't be in the way, but I feel like if drones gonna fly around buzzing while people busy doing that pit crew work, it's probably like a giant ass mosquito. Like,
oh yeah, like I mean, if it's mid race or whatever, you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah,
Because
true,
the little ones, it's not like we would have a big ass fat one like NASCAR has for their productions. We would have one of the little ones that you see at, you know, your local regional type drift event or whatever. We would have one like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know, I'll probably get like 720p video from it or something like that. It wouldn't be anything like super intense. I was trying to slide back behind you, DK, but well, I'm going in the pit anyway, so.
And bye-bye. Watching you.
Hey, look, now I am behind you, right?
Almost like a trapdoor opened up below you.
Bloop, goodbye.
That's the closest I've been without falling in. Like half of my rear tires in the pit.
Watching Theory and Wayne and Malte do it, I think Exy is really good at it too. About like literally like grinding their rear tires over the edge of it. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I can't do that, but half of my car can fucking board slide across the edge.
Yeah.
Almost like a skate trick.
Yeah.
Grinding on the side
Hell yeah.
of the pit.
That's a video game that we need. Drifting, but
Another
like there's
skate.
but it's like a skate park. So there's like I guess it would be almost like kind of like how wakeboarding cable parks are, where there's like a big pipe that comes up out of the water so that you can like grind on it or whatever, but it's not like you don't jump onto it really, you just kind of slide up on it. Like to have those for the cars to like grind over would be pretty crazy.
Oh my god, shit. You just reminded me of something.
What's that?
So you remember... Well, I not remember. Have you heard of the... Fuck, I don't know what's the title, but it's basically like someone made a new Jet Set radio game.
I did not know that.
Cyberpunk Bomb Rush, wherever it is.
Huh.
So someone made a mod for that game where it replaces the main character with the Corolla from Initial D.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so in that game you can grind on rails and stuff. So it basically does what you want, what you were asking for. A car that just grinds on rails and shit.
That kicks ass. You can do like a car kickflip or something.
I need to find that video. Someone shared it and I was like, what the fuck is that? I didn't think I would bring it up again. Let me see if I can find it. Give me like a minute or two. Shit.
That would kick ass. Alright, Skull said he's gonna go play War Thunder. Alright, Onion said he skipped Source. I thought he said it was 1.6 again. So that was actually before I ended up getting back into CSGO or whatever, and like, you know, during COVID and all that, is I played Source like hard fucking core, and that was the big thing that got me into like gaming online and Steam and everything like that. Was Counter-Strike Source and Zombie Mod and Gun Game and all of that type of shit, man. I love that. I played the shit out of that stuff.
I found it. It didn't take me long.
Hell yeah.
It's in videos right now.
I gotta go. Yeah, I'm gonna go look at it. I'll watch it in between switching games.
It's so stupid.
Hell yeah.
I gotta ask you something, Alex.
What you got?
Between January 10th and the 31st, what's you up to?
Nothing that I know of.
Or is that too far ahead to schedule something?
Well, as far as I mean, we're not doing slide style at that point because remember we're switching it to like the every 2 weeks thing starting in like April. So we're out on slide style, no problems there. That is not far enough into because Daytona Speed Week stuff that I could be involved in at like New Smyrna Speedway and stuff like that wouldn't start until like the first or second week of February. So, and there's no holidays or anything around then. So I mean, should be clear. What you got?
Because that's January 10th is when I leave Georgia to start heading to Kansas, and I have to. My report no later than date to Kansas is the 31st. So, you get what I'm going for.
Not really. What are you going for? Because we're
to meet up, motherfucker.
I was gonna say we're not exactly on the path to Kansas from Georgia.
No, I gotta come up. I gotta come up and see my parents too, and get shit from my parents' house.
Oh, well, fuck yeah, come over here, bro.
Well, a perfect opportunity for you guys.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, hell, I don't have much more than a couch for you because I took over the guest room and Charlie's office is the other. Like our streams have taken over the rooms in the house. So if you're going to crash here, it would have to be on it. We do have a comfortable ass couch, but you would probably have a teddy in your face all night would be the... But no, dude, you know you're welcome to come chill, man. Hell yeah. Be fun as shit.
Wrestle each other, Wayne. No, Jesus.
10 on he beat my ass, bro. What are you
fucking
He's a football player. He's in the military and he has to do PT and stuff with them. I sit on a computer all day. I do those 10 push-ups that y'all asked for and I start sweating. Only wrestling I did was us pretending to fight, man. Goddamn. No, I ain't doing your get jacked. I knew that was coming. Fuck you. I'm putting it back.
But yeah, that would be like the fucking perfect time to meet up and fucking do something.
Hell, I'm down, dude. Fun as shit. Have the DK Alex stream, man.
Ooh, wait, you can have DK on screen, like physically.
Yeah, true. No. We can do that. We can set up like a table or whatever and have you chilling right here because I've got the second camera, so we can set that up and we could have because you got your laptop or whatever.
I mean, at that point, I'm gonna have my whole fucking PC set up.
Hell, there you go. We'll set that shit up. We'll make it happen. We'll be gaming in here, son.
You know, I was going through your YouTube shorts, Alex.
I need to keep doing more of them. Thanks for grabbing those. Most of those clips were yours, Akusa, so I appreciate it.
I mean, I try. But yeah, I was going to Mimi Lane because some of the shorts you uploaded, I almost forgot about Josh, Chef Josh.
About who?
Remember he brought. Wait, let me double check in case I say his name wrong. Let me go to your channel. Remember you brought food over?
Oh, barbecue or something? George, not Josh. Sorry. Fucking George. Well, his name was it was like a pun type of thing over a Washington Capitals player.
Yeah.
But it was TJ Broshi. So there was probably that's where you got that from. Yeah, that's where you got that from.
Broshi.
Because the guy's name is TJ Oshie. It was the player.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, that shit was so funny. Wait, because we were joking or whatever, and something about him having it was the Darth Vader,
Darth Vader
right?
Apron, yeah.
And he was like, but that's the only thing I have on. And we were like, I thought he was kidding. And this motherfucker comes
Yeah, the fucker's shirt was nothing but an apron.
We're loud!
Then shut the door. What are you? She acts like it's so funny because she puts her headphones on and she doesn't realize she is significantly louder than I am.
Yeah, the one fucking screaming bloody murder every game screen.
Like, I know I'm loud because you know how you put your headphones on and then you're talking, but like you're in your own brain, like you're subconsciously trying to hear yourself because that's how you judge your own volume. So obviously I'm speaking loudly because I can't hear myself. But she's so much louder than I am. Yeah, George is I see he lurks on the stream every so often. But yeah, I know he's still at the same company, but I know he's got something different going on with his job. And of course he's got the new lady friend and all, and he's living up there. He moved, he's about 2 hours away now. So he's doing his thing. But he'll still come and lurk on here every once in a while. That was funny as hell, though, man. And that was good. Whatever he brought was so good.
Yeah, it was. Just looking at it as well.
Yeah.
I'm not even there. It looks good.
Yeah. I got you, Axie. All right, we'll do one, and then we'll jump off, and I'll go load up some Everspace.
All right. I'm gonna head out, but when I get more information on what's going on with me between those 2 dates, Alex, I will 100% fucking hit you up.
Hell yeah, let me know, because that'll be fun as shit. We gotta do something. We'll go out, we'll grab some food somewhere or something, and that'll be in January, so we can have cause we got the fire pit or whatever. We can grab some beers or something, have the fire pit going. Yeah, we can we'll make it happen. Hell yeah, man. I'll talk to you later.
Some Alex X DK collab streams too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure, sure. We're doing that.
Yeah, I told y'all I started streaming, right? Like, I haven't fucking streamed in about three or 4 days, but I have started streaming and got all my shit set up.
I got to make sure I got my notifications or whatever turned on for it.
Let me double check if I got you.
This weekend I won't be doing anything because I'm going to a resort and ziplining and shit with random fucking people.
Oh shit.
Doing that, and then Monday I may stream, or Sunday night when I get back from the I don't know yet. But yeah, I will catch y'all later.
Hell yeah, man. All right, take it easy, buddy. All right, well, I think with that, I think I'm going to get ready to shift gears over for some more Everspace action. The only thing I like about that game, too, is, like, it's chill enough where, like, you're following the story and you've got, like, the space combat stuff, but there's still a lot of, it's space.
Downtime.
So you've got to fly, you got to go over and pick up, whatever resources you need for the mission or, that type of stuff. So it's cool because we can just kind of, like, chill and hang out, talk about stuff and whatever. But, like, then there's a fight in the game, and then we're chill again, and then, then there's story mode stuff. So it's, like, a really good... The flow of the game is really good for streaming. I like it a lot. Chronic, I see you there in the chat. What's happening? All right. Well, in that case, let me... Boom. Big head Alex over here. Yeah, I got to do something with this light. I think this light needs to come down and rotate, but be further away so it's not, like, as blinding. And then that will get rid of this darkness down here. But yeah. So Everspace, what we're going to do. So everybody's hanging out, chilling. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to quite literally stop the stream, change the stream title, and start the stream right back up. And I'll let it sit for like a minute or two to whatever notifications and all. You know how Twitch is. I'm going to let it do its thing for a minute, but then boom, we're right back in there. Space. We're in space. We'll be in space, shooting at stuff. And finding out more, we'll do a recap on the story because there's that it's got the little summary feature. So, because Skull was asking what the deal is with the game, so we'll go through that and get back up to speed and play that for a few hours. And then I don't need to go to bed super early, but I can't be up like way late tonight because I've got to head to the racetrack in the morning. So, King of Slide Style coming at you Friday the 13th. I would say mark your calendar, but you don't have to. It's Friday the 13th in October. It's like we've got 2 Halloweens this month. Well, we got some drifting action going on, so we'll be rocking it out that Friday, 7 p.m. right here. It'll be a short stream. Should only be like an hour and a half because it's random draw, invitation only event, $100 prize. It's still, somebody could still, if somebody wanted to sweeten the pot, we could do it. They just got to let me know. Maybe one of the drivers thinks that they've got a shot at winning and they want to put a little more in to see if anybody can beat them. Hey, who knows? We'll see. But as of right now, $100 triple digit prize for the winner. It's winner take all. So it's going to be a fun one. And like we said, we've got the Pit of Doom For Friday the 13th, you never know. We'll Jason down there with the machete or something. Oh, here goes Wayne. I'd put 100, but there ain't no point in giving myself money. This guy. We're going there. People are going to look to have it out for Wayne. I think Wayne is going to get moved into the pit of doom.
Just shove him.
Which I don't know.
there.
So I mean, if depending on how other people drive, because we're gonna run the event as normal. So depending on if those people get penalized for running the other driver off their line or whatever, they could be pushing him right straight to the win. So maybe we'll see other people like soccer players, like they'll take a dive. They'll feel a little tap from Wayne and just drive themselves into the pit. Oh no, he wrecked me. He needs a penalty. He needs to be disqualified. Oh boy. In the off season, we're going to have more Wayne slide style merch because he is the champion, 2-time champion. So 2022 and 2023 back-to-back slide style champions. So we'll get his merch updated. I still owe him. I still haven't said it. We got to figure that out, man. I promise this year we're going to figure it out, and I'm going to get you your stuff from last year and from this year, and I'm going to get it all sent to me so that I can quality control, check it all, and then I'm going to box it up myself and make sure it's all good and ship it out to you. We're going to figure out how to do it, but we're going to make it happen. 500? What are you 500? What you got? What kind of money you think I got? I'm going to have to spend 500 to ship the shit to you on the other side of the planet. This guy. It's crazy that we can sit here and talk in real time and have this conversation, but you are physically like, if I want to send you a hoodie and it has to like go on a fucking either an airplane or a container ship and go all the way across the ocean to get to you. I make 13K per good grief. I wish the entire pot for all of the drivers is not that much every race. Good Lord. There isn't no money in racing. Don't get it twisted. Wrestling is the same way. They should stop racing to become a camera. I wish I got paid that much. I get paid to watch races. How fucking crazy is that? I mean, that's a little bit of stress because I have to watch the race well, I guess you could say. I have to have talent at watching the race, but because the cameras, it's really not that. It's not super hard. We don't have it's not like the stuff that Jay has to do for live broadcast. Camera work is really easy. You just point it at the shit you need to show and that's it. You don't have to deal with all the lens filters and all that real specific stuff and frame rates and all these different variables and stuff that TV/movie style camera work has to do. It's all preset and we just point it at the shit and go. So, all right. Everspace. Don't go nowhere. Stay right here. We're not going anywhere. Stay right stay here. Keep Alex on your screen because he's not leaving your screen. He'll be right back. So that's who I am. I'm Alex. I'm on your screen. You've been you guys. Been amazing. So don't go nowhere. Look at the showdown round right here. P-Dub and Wayne. Round 9. Look at P-Dub getting the win right here. Let's all just enjoy P-Dub winning. Not Wayne, but P-Dub winning. Look at that, Wayne. Look at that. Losing a little ground there, yeah. Perfect lead, yeah. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sight. All right. See you on the other side. Everspace coming at you. See y'all in a minute.